Aswale, Mietsap Quaquilam, Peliculak Telsqui, Tzalitzalquak Aitsi. Good day, everyone, and welcome. My name is Len Pierre. My ancestral name is Peliculak, and I am Coast Salish from Kainai First Nation. I am recording this keynote address from my home territory of Kainai First Nation, located in what is known today as the city of Langley, from my neighborhood of Walnut Grove. I am a consultant for Indigenous cultural safety and humility, as well as reconciliation and decolonization within the corporate sector across North America. I am also the special advisor to the president for Indigenous innovation, leadership, and partnerships at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. It is an honor to have been invited to deliver a short and sweet keynote address for the KDocs FF 2022 Film Festival, which is appropriately titled Seeking Truth, Waging Change. And as an Indigenous person who talks about systemic change and Indigenous truth for a living, looking back at the last 365 days, the last year we've had in our own Indigenous experience, a lot of things have surfaced for us in the last year or so. There was the release of the In Plain Sight report, which surfaced a tremendous amount of anti-Indigenous racism that exists within our BC healthcare system. And my argument is that it is hardly contained to the BC healthcare system, but colonial healthcare systems overall. And then, of course, if we think back and remember to the month of May 2021, there was the discovery or recovery, as we call it, of 215 remains of young Indigenous children in mass unmarked grave at the Kamloops Indian residential schools, which today that number is well over 7,000 children who have now been recovered in unmarked graves in residential schools across North America. And then, of course, in September 2021, there was the inaugural National Truth and Reconciliation Day, which was a tremendous step in the right direction for progressive change in the colonial state of Canada. However, it did raise, very serious conversations for what this means moving forward. Is it a stat holiday? Is it a holiday at all? Is it a day for work? Is it a day for deep reflection and learning? So over the last year, we have learned and experienced the value of truth-telling and sharing our truth and advocating and being that zone for the change that we all seek when we're talking about matters of social justice, social equity, and inequality, and addressing those inequalities. And really asking ourselves, what is being scaffolded here that makes our work so challenging in a time of truth and reconciliation? So I really want to take this opportunity to raise my hands to each and every one of you and say thank you. Thank you for being here. Whether you're a high school student or you're a post-secondary student, whether you're an educator, a leader in your community, or you just found, the promotional material to, this event and wanting to lean in and listen in to the stories that you are about to be exploring. Your presence here matters. Your participation here matters. We need you. We need all of us. And more importantly, we need to be here together to work alongside one another, to act not just as allies in the good work of achieving social justice and enduring to get to a place of a socially just world, but we also need to be accomplices to one another, to support one another when we need to shake the table or elevate our voices for concern. You are about to embark on, this sharing of incredible stories through the use of social justice and social justice in film. And, while you're doing that, as Indigenous peoples, we are tremendously, we have it within our culture about us that we are artists, we are a visual people. And I think it's no small thing that, we can celebrate and share stories through the use of film today, while you are viewing and listening and witnessing the stories that will be shared with you over your time here. I encourage each and every one of us to find this zone of reflection, this zone of curiosity, to lean in and sit in this place of reflection. What is the message that is being shared with us? What are the teachings that are being shared with me? What issues are arising for myself and the work that I do and the way I show up in my life? What questions do I have about this film, about these issues, about myself? What questions are emerging from you? Within that zone of reflection, a lot of learning can transpire, a lot of motivation and inspiration can transpire as well. With that, once again, I would like to raise my hands to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your very busy day and your very busy schedules to be here, to listen, learn, and lean in to these stories that are about to be shared with you. With that, I wish you a great rest of your event and wish you health, happiness, and connection for the rest of your time while you're here. Thank you all.